By now, the minority's tactics, Republican tactics of obstruction and delay are well known, but they're also well worn. Those methods were once again on display yesterday when Republicans delayed for the second time in 2 weeks a Senate Help Committee vote on the nomination of Tom Perez to lead the Department of Labor. The able and considerate Chairman Tom Harkin had already postponed the vote for 2 weeks at the request of one of the Republicans, and they requested more time to review documents related to Perez's nomination. It was terribly disappointing that after they were granted additional time, as a matter of courtesy, an anonymous Republican would employ an arcane procedural tactic to prevent the committee from even meeting. Of course, voting on that nomination. Republicans had 7 weeks, 49 days, to consider this nomination. He was nominated on March 21st. And since his confirmation hearing in April, he's responded in writing to more than 200 questions. He's an extremely qualified candidate for this job. The president was smart in nominating him. He's what the American dream is all about. He's a son of immigrants. He paid his way through college by working as a garbage collector and at a warehouse. And he went to become the first lawyer in his family. Mr. Perez was appointed by Governor O'Malley of Maryland to be the Secretary of the Department of Labor, where he helped implement the country's first statewide living wage law. And in his current role as the head of the United States Justice Department Civil Rights Division, Mr. Perez helped settle a case on behalf of families targeted by unfair mortgage lending, I should say. As anyone can see, he is an extremely qualified nominee. His knowledge and experience will make him an outstanding secretary. Unfortunately, impressive qualifications and exceptional character are no longer enough to satisfy Senate Republicans. Instead of fair and constructive confirmation processes, Republicans have chosen to play partisan political games with dozens, scores of President Obama's appointees. They've also slow-walked now the nomination of dedicated public servant Gina McCarthy to lead the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. This morning, just a few minutes ago, Republican members of the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee sent a letter to Chairman Boxer indicating they will boycott committee markup of Ms. McCarthy's nomination. This type of blanket partisan obstruction used to be unheard of. Now it's become really, I guess, the pattern that the Republicans have adopted. They'll use any procedural roadblock or stall tactic to deny President Obama qualified nominees. My Republican colleagues can try every trick in the book, and they have, and they probably will. But I assure you that Mr. Perez will have his day in the Senate. I assure everyone that Ms. McCarthy will have her day in the Senate, and I'll do all that I can to ensure these highly qualified nominees are confirmed as the President has requested.